Good evening. All right, let's try this again. So I just want to take a quick second and apologize, everyone. I know I promised an earlier show, but I was doing a live show outside of my friend's front yard. The weather started to not cooperate with me, so I had to kind of postpone the show a little bit, push it back a couple hours. I apologize. I hope you guys still appreciate the show. I mean, I tried my hardest, but the weather didn't cooperate with me. So here I am now. I will be joined momentarily, I think, by Mr. Russo. I don't know if Andrew and Sam are going to hop in, but if not, I'm here for at least the next hour, maybe 2 hours. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to talk some Halloween, even though Halloween's winding down. I still wanted to pop in and say Happy Halloween to everybody. So I hope everyone had a fantastic Halloween. I know here in New Jersey, it was kind of off and on rain. It got a little bit miserable. It caused the Phillies game, as you see I'm wearing my Phillies hat, caused the Phillies game to get postponed till tomorrow. So now you have games 3, 4, and 5 on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off day on Friday, then the travel day on Saturday and Sunday, if they need to play games 6 and 7 in Houston. But with that being said, I'm just going to wait and see if anyone wants to hop in and talk for a little bit. So welcome to the show if you're just tuning in. So see if I can get anyone to pop in here so we can have some fun. We're talking about some horror movies, movies that people call horror, movies that define what Halloween truly really is. So once we have a couple people pop in, I'll get the show rocking and rolling. Like I said, I think Mike's going to be jumping in here in a couple of minutes. So while I'm actually talking, I'm going to change my overlay back to my original one. There we go, because I had made a special one for the earlier show I did, and like I said, that one didn't go according to plan. So I know 10 o'clock is late for a lot of people, but I promised a Halloween show. I mean, a little after 10, but hey, if you want to pop in and have some fun, feel free. So hope everyone had a fun Halloween. I know once Mike gets in here, he'll tell us about his crazy adventures dressed as Freddy Krueger for his neighbor's Halloween extravaganza. Hopefully, it didn't rain too much where he was at, but we'll see. Do 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 do. So, all right. Well, I guess while we're waiting, I'll just start rambling about different Halloween movies. What kind of movie defines the day Halloween? Well, the first movie I think about when I think of Halloween is the original 1978 version of Halloween, directed by John Carpenter. It was released on October 25th, so it really didn't come out on Halloween per se, but to a lot of people, it was the scariest movie of that time period, so it defined Halloween in multiple different ways. I mean, the original shape was Nick Castle, if I'm not mistaken, and it blossomed Jamie Lee Curtis's acting career into what it is today, all the way up to the last one they just did recently, Halloween Ends, where we supposedly have the closing chapter of Michael Myers. So we'll see if they actually keep to the word or if someone later down the road tries to reboot the series. One person looking on Twitch, if you want to say hi, feel free. We're having some Halloween fun here. We're talking about different horror movies and stuff, so If you're new to the show, welcome. I appreciate you stopping in, checking the show out. So, have some fun. Do my volume off. There we go. Let me share my show so people can know I'm live. Got 2 people in here. One on Facebook, one on Twitch. Yep. Happy Halloween if you're just popping in. I'm just getting started. I mean, if you're just popping in, what movie would you like to talk about? That defines what Halloween is really about. I had just started talking about the original Halloween that came out in 1978. But if you have a movie that you would like to discuss, let me know. Sharing my show. I should be being joined by my friend Mike Russo here in a couple of minutes. I also had sent out links to my other 2 hosts if they wanted to jump in and talk some Halloween movies. I know it is late for some people, and I apologize that my show earlier didn't go according to plan. But when I'm located, it started to rain, and I only have one laptop. I didn't want to take a chance of my laptop getting ruined. So I'm already going further along than I did earlier. So if you're just joining in, I'm waiting for my co-host Mike Russo to pop in. We're gonna have some fun and talk some horror movies, even though there's a couple movies I don't like to talk about, and I know there's a couple movies Mike doesn't like to talk about. But that's what makes Halloween fun, is having those scary movie discussions that sometimes give you nightmares. I mean, I know a lot of people in my area where I'm at were bummed out that the Phillies game, as you can see, I'm wearing my Phillies P, got pushed back at night. But hey, now I don't have any competition other than a Monday night football game to hang out for a little bit and hang out with you guys. So if you're just tuning in, if you want to say hello in the chat, I'll be more than happy to give you a shout out. So I'm just typing something to see if I can draw somebody out. Because it says I have 2 people watching, but no one likes to talk. So I understand that people sometimes just like to look in streams. But here, I welcome any comments that you may have. So, but let's see. Let's see if I can find some stuff on this Halloween movie. Let's see. What page is Halloween on in this lovely book of mine? Okay. 3 people watching. We have page 152. Let's see. 152. So, yeah. Frankenstein. Another good classic Halloween movie. So, let's see. The original Halloween came out in 1978. Was directed by John Carpenter. Screenplay was John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, as many people know. Dr. Loomis was Donald Pleasant back in the day. We had Jamie Lee Curtis play Laurie, who she portrayed that role for many, 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 many years, and recently just stopped. And then Kyra Richards, if you guys remember who she was Lindsay Wallace in the original. She recently starred in the last 2 movies. So Halloween basically just the original Halloween like you saw Halloween night, the older sister babysitting her younger brother, Michael, and he walks in a room and stabs her to death, and then it leak box 25 years. Which, I get it, some movies you have to do that, but a horror movie like that, you should progress it. Like, back in, what year is that? 2011 or 2012, Rob Zombie redid the Halloween movie. And again, same concept. Brother kills his babysitter, sisters, whatever. But what was different with the Rob Zombie Halloween compared to John Carpenter's is Rob Zombie gave you that inside look as a young Michael Myers growing up from being a 6-year-old kid up to 26 in Smithfield Penitentiary, which in my opinion was an awesome idea. Like, it shows you like the backstory, how Michael became so evil, and all that fun stuff. A lot of people to this day are still petrified of Michael Myers. I mean, I don't really see much fear in him. There is a couple other horror movies I won't watch, but to see a series go for, you figure, 44 years and have 11 different type of movies made based off the original one, it's pretty incredible. I mean, a lot of people always claim that the third one had nothing to do with Michael Myers because it didn't, but still technically had a Halloween movie, so you got to count it as part of the franchise. So from the beginning all the way to the one that came out this past couple weeks ago, the Halloween franchise has 13 total movies, which is kind of weird that a series ends on movie 13, but we'll see. I know I'm looking in Facebook. If you're on Twitch and you want to say what's up, feel free. I'm going to see if I can hop on Twitch and see who it is. See if I know the person. Let's see. What's my channel? What channel? So I have one viewer. Let's see if I know this person is. Let's see. Nope, nobody I know. Probably all just bunch of I shouldn't say this, but spam accounts, but that's okay. Can't please everybody. Let's see if I can get Mr. LaReach back in here because I know he's a big fan of mine. So, let's see if people want to pop in and have some Halloween fun on Halloween night for the remaining hour and 47 minutes of Halloween until we wrap it up and do it all over again. So that's the bad part about the holidays. Like Halloween is only one day a year, so you have to plan so much far in advance to accommodate stuff. But then all of a sudden, it comes and it goes. So there you go. I'm up to 4 people. 2 people on Facebook, 2 people on Twitch. If you're just popping in, happy Halloween. This is a makeup show from what I tried to do earlier. I apologize that the earlier show in my friend's front yard didn't go according to plan. You can't predict the weather. I was hoping, crossing my fingers, toes all day that the weather would hold off, and it did. But then 7 minutes into the show, it started raining a little bit harder, and only having one laptop to do the show, I didn't want to risk losing my laptop. So that's why I pulled the plug. I said I'd come back later, even though I know 10 o'clock is late for a lot of people. So you're looking in the chat, you want to say hello, feel free. I would love to give you a shout out. You can also tell me what your favorite Halloween/horror movie is that you watched this time of year. I just talked a little bit about the original Halloween that came out in 1978 with Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Pleasant, and Tony Moran and Will Sandine, who plays young Michael Myers. So this movie was released on October 25th, 1978, and it instantly became a hit. So got 5 people in here now. So like I said, if you want to say hello, feel free. I'd love to give you a shout out. So you had the original 1978 Halloween, then you had a Halloween 2 come out in 1981. Season of the Witch came out in 1982. Halloween 4 and 5 were 88 and 89. And then it took a couple years off, came back in 1995. H2O came out, obviously, in 1998 because it's called H2O for a reason. So it's supposed to be 20 years after the original Halloween. Okay. And then what I think is the worst Halloween ever made, Halloween Resurrection, came out in 2002. Then you had Rob Zombie's 2 remakes in 07 and 09. And then you had another film reboot by Blumhouse Productions come out in 2018. Then Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends came out in consecutive years of 2021 and 2022. And to this day, they said that was the rest of the series, that there would be no more Halloween movies ever directed by John Carpenter. If it's true, I would believe it. If not, we'll see. Because they leave a lot of open-ended questions towards the end of the last one that they just came out with. Even though people say that one was the worst movie they ever seen, I disagree. Because I thought Halloween Resurrection was pretty bad, but you can't please everybody. So I'm just trying to untangle my headphone wire, even though I don't really need headphones, but I use them for when I have co-hosts because then it's easier to hear them. Instead of trying to talk and stuff like that, I can just have my host in the use. So I got my candy. Yes, I did get some Halloween candy from my parents' house tonight. I got some Three Musketeers. I also got a couple of Reese's and a Milky Way. So you're never too old to go trick or treating. So says I got 2 people watching on Facebook. I don't know why no one wants to talk. I mean, it's a late night show. I apologize in advance, but I promised a Halloween show, so here I am. See if I can find out where Mr. Russo is. Still says 2 people on Facebook, so if you're looking on Facebook, feel free to say hello. I mean, I'm already over 10 minutes longer than my other show, so like I said, I'm in a nice dry environment now compared to what I went through earlier. See if I can draw people out again by putting another comment. See if anyone says anything back. All right, well, I guess Mike might not be joining us after all. He did a Freddy Krueger for his friend's Halloween attraction. I mean, dressing up for Halloween does take a lot out of people. So I just texted Mike and trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I guess people don't want to chat. I mean, I understand that it's a late night, and How's everyone doing tonight? I know, like I said, I'm making posts left and right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if I can draw some people in. I know it's a late night show. No one seems to be very interested in this kind of time of night, which is understandable considering it's almost 10:30 at night. A lot of people have to get up early for work in the morning. I'm luckily off, but I know my normal audience doesn't like to hang out this late, and I understand that. I mean, it is late to do a show at 10 o'clock at night, especially on a work night. I was just trying to do something different with it being Halloween, but obviously it didn't go according to plan. So, which is understandable. I mean, you can't appease everybody. So, hey, it says Mike Russo is watching. So, Mike, let's see if he'll chat a little bit in the chat, even though he doesn't want to hop on, but that's okay. So, Mike. Mike. I think just like that, Mike Russo left the building. So, I might be the only one watching my own show on Facebook. That's okay. But, yeah, with that being said, I think I'm just going to wrap this up. I mean, I think it would have been better if I could have got it on my normal time, like I always do. Had some co-hosts, a couple guests maybe, but with it being late and me pushing back the show 4 hours, I mean, I did it to myself. But you can't predict the weather for one, and no matter how many times you cross your fingers and toes, it just doesn't go according to plan. So that being said, I'm sorry I tried. I mean, it is late. I appreciate everyone who has liked the show before, coming in chat. This is just a special occasion, like I said, show for Halloween. But tomorrow night we will be back live for Trib 2s. I think we're going to start around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be able to get on here earlier, go back to my normal time at 8, 9 o'clock. So if you want to jump in and play some trivia with us, you're more than welcome to. Friday night will be our regular Friday night movie night. Miss Andrew will be back in the studio. We'll be doing part 2 of our Disney discussion that we had a couple weeks ago, where we talk about the Disney movies and such. That will be starting around about 8:30, 9 o'clock. It'll be the 90s Disney's. I think we left off with the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Was the last movie we were getting ready to discuss. So we'll start out with that movie. And then next Monday, we'll have a regular Sports Gladiator show, wrapping up the World Series and all that, because by then it'll be over and done with, hopefully with the weather. We never know. But, yeah, like I said, this was just an attempt to have some Halloween fun with everybody. I mean, it didn't really go according to plan. I was hoping to do an outside show with my friends like Decoration. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you, buddy. Just hanging out. I was going to watch some horror movies and such, but the chat is pretty much dead. I know it's late for a lot of people, so unless you want to strike up a conversation about horror movies and stuff, because there's not much out there really to talk about. Like I said, I was trying to do a Halloween special, talking about horror movies and such. I made an intro, outro. I bought a book for the show. Didn't go according to plan, so I'm going to just sit back and read my book. Mike was going to jump on, but he just got done playing Freddy Krueger at his neighbor's house, so he had said he's a little bit more tired than he thought. So, which is, like I said, very understandable. Being on your feet, being all dressed up for many, many hours does wear you out. So, but yeah, so if everyone wants to tune in tomorrow night, like I said, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, probably closer to 9, we'll start a show Tuesday night. just play some trivia, sit back, and have a good night. So, till then, I mean, thanks Bobby for popping in. I mean, Tyler popped in earlier. I saw Curtis's comment on my show earlier. Like, I apologize today didn't go the way I wanted it, but that show business, you can't predict everything. As they always say on Bruce Almighty, that's how the cookie crumbles. So then, hey, happy Halloween, Matt. Thanks for popping in. Facebook's looking now, Matt, by the way, so you can be back on Facebook if you want. I hope you had a good Halloween. I mean, I was lucky enough to be off from work, so. See if Matt's going to chat for a couple minutes. I was luckily off from work all day, man. I did put a little bit of nothing. I was hoping to do an earlier show outside at my friend's front yard, but the weather didn't cooperate with me, so that's why I'm live at 10:30 at night when nobody usually on this late. So it kind of sucks that ruined my plans because I had a fun show planned. We were going to talk different types of horror movies. I was going to have a couple of my friends pop in the show since I was in my friend's front yard, but the weather didn't cooperate with me, so I had to call a very short show earlier. And I mean, it's kind of late now, so people aren't really tuning in. So I was going to wrap it up and just call it a night and try to bounce back tomorrow night with Trip 2s. So. I'm guessing work was pretty busy today, huh, Matt? I mean, people like my Halloween mask I did earlier. I'll show you. I had some Halloween fun earlier. Had the Phillies hat rock and my Chucky mask and my new lovely T-shirt I have. So, yes, that's me. I like to make a donkey of an ass of myself on Halloween. So, I had some fun with it. So, something you can't wear at work though, unfortunately. Working the load. That's right, because Dana's still on vacation, so I guess they need somebody to do it. So luckily they have you. Shouldn't have been that much today. Probably just frozen in a couple odds and ends, but. Ended up, well, I mean, Matt, money's good, but sometimes you got to say, hey, I got to go. So. All right, well, Matt, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm going to cut this show and we're going to go back live tomorrow night. We're going to jump back in and play some more trivia. We got Trip 2 tomorrow night. So, till then, I hope everyone had a good, safe Halloween. I mean, I know we have the Phillies game to compete with tomorrow night, but there will be a show. So come play some trivia tomorrow night. But till then, have a good night. Where's the thing at?